What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. I need to put up my mini Target, but I'm feeling a little lazy. And I went to the human-sized Target and saw these cute little ghost pillows. Now I have to make them. Since we already have felt laying around, yeah, I didn't clean up after the last project. But that's okay, because we're gonna go ahead and use some of those scraps. Let's cut out a ghost shape. That should work to use as a pattern. Place it on white felt or whatever color you want and cut around it. If you made your pattern to include a seam allowance, great. If not, you're gonna need to add a little bit of an edge or border for a seam allowance. Cut 2. Let's take a little black embroidery floss, thread a needle, and sew on some little eyes. I'm doing a back stitch to make an oval, and then we just fill it in. And I did a single stitch for a mouth. Place the other piece of felt on top, sew around the edge, leaving an opening so it can be flipped inside out. Add a little pillow fluff, sew the opening closed to make a cute little ghost pillow that we can place on the shelf in our mini Target. Maybe we can modify our ghost pattern and just round it out a little to make kind of a pumpkin shape. Use the pattern to cut out 2. Cut a stem out of a scrap of green felt. I cut 2 little lobe shapes. Sew a straight stitch around the edge. Flip it inside out. Place it upside down between the 2 layers of felt for the pumpkin. Sew around the edge, leaving an opening so it can be turned inside out. Add a little fluff. Once sewn, it looks like a chicken nugget. Let's go with a more obvious orange color. 1 hour later. And let's top stitch a few lines right through the pillow to make a pumpkin pillow. This one took a lot longer to make than the ghost, but I think it looks pretty similar to the one at Target. And our chicken nugget pillow doesn't look too bad once you add the lines. It adds more variety. For more decor, let's take a toothpaste cap and a little cardstock. Let's cut the cardstock. I'm finding that using a craft knife works a little better to cut out a paper tree. Cut a few more pieces, add a little hot glue to give them some strength and texture. We can also bend the paper a little before applying the glue to vary the shape. Let's glue them into a toothpaste cap. Use hot glue to sculpt and shape the trunk. I paint the whole thing black with acrylic paint and allow it to dry to make a few decorative trees to go in our mini Target. On this shelf, we could use a few smaller items, like a few candles. I made a printable that will be available on our blog, MyFroggyStuff.blogspot.com. Here we have the outside of the candles and a few labels. I am also using gold washi tape because it's nice and reflective, a scrap of brown cardstock, which can be substituted with flat toothpicks or string. We're using this for the wick. We are also using a standard glue stick to wrap the paper around and to glue it, and we're using hot glue. Let's start by cutting out the strips of paper. We have pumpkin spice, cinnamon apple, harvest moon, and a Hocus Pocus inspired black flame. So we have a nice little warm color palette here. To make the candle, I start by cutting a small piece of gold washi tape. Peel off the backing, then carefully wrap it around the cap of a glue stick with the gold side facing the glue stick. I'm doing my best to follow the line and try to get it even. I am off a little, but we can trim it later. The sticky side of the tape is facing out. Take the strip from the printable, line it up with the top of the tape, and wrap it around the cap. You can wrap it a few more times if you want the edge to be thicker. However, I'm choosing to do just 1 layer, so I'm gonna trim it so there's just a little hanging over. Then add a little glue and press it down. I push the paper up just a little and add hot glue around the inside edge. Then on the leftover paper from the printable, place the paper tube on top so it's glued down. I like to give it a few moments to dry to make sure we get a rounded cylinder shape. Then I carefully remove the glue stick. Add a little more hot glue inside and allow it to cool. Then add more and more. I'm filling it up close to the top, but not all the way, because we want to be able to see some of that gold edge. Quickly, before the glue dries, cut a thin strip of brown cardstock and push it into the center of the glue. Make sure it is standing upright to make what we hope looks like a cedar wick candle. While waiting for the glue to cool, let's make a few more, including our Hocus Pocus inspired candle. Once the glue has cooled, trim off the excess paper. Let's trim the top and make it even. Trim down the wick if needed. Cut out the labels. Add a little glue to the back. Place the label onto the front of one of the candles. Let's take some clear glossy tape. Add the tape to the outside as neatly as you can to make miniature candles for the shelves. The gold adds a nice little reflective touch, which make me think high-end candles. For the black flame candles, you can add the label so it's a part of our crafty candle collection, or you can choose to leave it off. I added the label because we can always just turn it around to the other side. And the candles also totally work on the end caps because I saw them do it at Target. All right, it's official. We are adding a home decor section to our mini Target. I even started a printable for mini sheets where we can take scraps of fabric and a little recycled cardboard. I cut a 1.5 by 4 3/4 inch piece of cardboard. Take a scrap of fabric, place it over the cardboard, turn it over to the other side, add a little hot glue down one side, fold over the fabric and glue it down. Repeat on the other side, then fold over and glue down the top and bottom. Fold it in half, then fold the ends to the center to make a little rectangle. Let's add a little glue between all those layers so stuff doesn't move around. I printed out our printable where I added different sizes for the sheets. Cut out the one you want, glue it onto scraps of cardstock. However, you could always just print them on cardstock and skip a step. Cut it out again, glue the cardstock onto the front, take clear packing tape. I place the sheets in the middle and then wrap the tape going around. Fold over the top like you're wrapping a present. We're going to take this side forward. If it's too long, we can trim it a little, then fold it over, and then fold back the top. Repeat on the bottom to make what looks like a pack of sheets. For right now, let's move the candles from this shelf and place them all on the end cap. And now it's completely full, and we can place the sheets on the shelf, giving us a nice little start for our home decor department in our mini Target. Thank you for joining us while we made a few fall minis. To expand our miniature Target, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you. Keep dropping these pillows. And we will see you next time.